before you, young generation. I know you are the people who are in this crossroads of what lies beyond this place where you are in. And my hope for you is to take the process and learn from it. I did not become an advocate overnight. Sometimes I don't feel like an advocate, but when I look back on my journey, something had to trigger me to this calling. Initially, I tried different careers in the law, nimefanya hata kazi ya makanga. So I felt like maybe within me, there's a need to put records straight, there's a need to be a safeguard in the system. So practicing in law became that vehicle. And at first it didn't come easy because I've had to go to high school 5 years and I've had to go to the university for 6 years. I first of all did a foreign degree. There was a time I felt like a misfit because even to enter into the system, the local universities were providing only public courses in law, but I had to venture beyond the Kenyan law schools, and I survived through studying long distance learning. At least that became a vehicle for me to learn the law, to learn the practices of the law. So I went for online, let's call it distance learning. Today maybe you call it online, but that time it was distance learning. And my integration was very quick. I did not have classmates to share a lot with because after 1 year of sitting in classes, the rest of the years I had to survive on my own. So me, I'm not the thoroughbred lawyer who's been raised in the hands of lecturers and tutors. I have had to scramble to learn the law. Like Mwananchi will just open a book and read for themselves. So through that, I discovered at least I can be able to survive and understand the legal practices. After, I'd say I did my degree in 6.5 years, so that was not an easy way, knowing that I was already 5 years in high school. So immediately I finished, there came a new condition where we had to go to the School of Law, which was unprecedented for me. So I joined School of Law. It was almost 2 years to take in that diploma certificate. And for me it was a shocker because I thought I would just go in for a 6-month course. The fees was very high and we could not afford it at the moment, but somehow God made things available. And I finished. Again, after finishing, I discovered I had failed 2 units. So the promise was almost dying once again because now it's either I resit or I remark, and the wait may take me another year, and I was just feeling like I need to be integrated into the practice market because you see, having been 6.5 years, my colleagues had already left within 2.5 years of the university degree. Fortunately, I was able to get my remarks and I succeeded, and I found a place to start practicing. Somehow, I didn't know where to start from. So I just put myself in the most available situation. An opportunity came and I used that to build my career. Someone had faith in me and I used that person as the vehicle to learn. Fortunately or unfortunately, I didn't feel like I fitted in that private practice, but the experience was invaluable because at least I began to interact with the documents, with the practical aspects of the law, with the processes and how to deal with the courts and interact with the courts. The important thing is not money. Money is just a reward. Money is just a reward of your people. Money just comes to you because you have the vision. The vision is what brings the provision. For me, the vision is a justice-driven approach. I feel within me is a sense of justice, but I don't know where to start. But you see, the platform which helps you build your understanding, because it's a platform. To practice law is a platform, and you can hear the word is practice. You never stop practicing. So the driving motivator was like, why have I felt like in my childhood I stand out when it comes to being faithful, being straight, not going with the flow? So am I a policeman? Am I a lawyer? Am I someone who's an accountant? All these are places where you can have checks and safeguards. However, for me, I was not good with in the academic side. I was not good with medicine, accounting. But fortunately, law gave me that opportunity. So when opportunity opens, you build now on it. So I built the knowledge of the law, how to relate to one another, how to interact with courts. And out of it, I moved from the private practice because yes, we are practicing law there, but I didn't feel a lot of mentorship I was having there. I didn't feel I was also, my skills were better utilized there. So when I moved to the public sector, I worked with the DPP. I developed it was a transition that time, fortunately. They were facing out the police prosecutors, and I was able to learn the skills. Yes, and some people mentored me into the process, and now I'm with the ESCC and I'm able to practice till the...
And another question is, when you are growing, your father, your mother, your father, your parents took you to be, they didn't took you to be a lawyer, they took you to be an accountant or something?
Okay, the story is funny because when I finished, I didn't have a mentor. My father was not someone who could guide you on career progression, career path. And my mother was not learned, but my mother always felt within herself there was something special in me because I was more learned and educated than my peers. And when I reached that crossroads, whether to change from doing other courses, he's the one who persuaded me to use law. By that time, my father had not joined in the financing. Somehow, my mother didn't even have the money. But my mother was a woman of faith, so she would stir me, she would push me. And she would say, you go to the school, the money will come. Before I knew it, I was already finishing my degree course. But my dad came in, supported me there midway, and some of the times I supported myself, and that has paid off.
So your last word to the youths, to the young people?
It is not an overnight. This is not an overnight success. You can see me, I've done 5 years in high school. I even repeated, nobody pushed me. I'm the one who made that choice. I went 6.5 years, I made some bad choices in campus because I could have finished in 2.5 years. But you see, it's a choice. I made a choice, I can undo that bad choice. I undid that bad choice, I made a better choice. Because you see, the vision will never die. It is either you agree with it or you run away from it. For me, I felt it was still there. So I looked at, I'm having a mismatch between my reality and the practical aspects of life. And I chose to follow the path of my calling, and today I feel that it is working for me.
Wonderful. Thank